Throw your things away tonight, we'll go a different way, you and me. Tell your friends that this might take some time and you'll be back another day. I can see us breaking down the barrier. Oh yeah. With the speed of light we cross the stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far, so far away. Baby, let's go far, so far, you and me. Let's dance the night away, we're locked together far away, you and me. We'll have a celebration to an unknown destination, can't you see? I can see us breaking down the barrier. Oh yeah. With the speed of light we cross the stratosphere. Oh yeah. We can go so far, so far away. Baby, let's go far, so far, you and me. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby. We'll dance all night till the break of dawn. Come on now, let your feelings show. Oh baby.
Hi everyone! Is everyone having a really good Wednesday? Welcome to the live stream. Hello. Hello, Hannah. Oh my gosh, Hannah, was I reading that you broke your ankle? I'm so sorry to hear that. I've been there. It is not fun. I'm sending you fast healing vibes. Feel better. Lithia and Suli is here. We've got Soph, hello. Comfy Cozy Lunar, hello. Marie, hello. Terry, hello. Janice, hello. Elizabeth, hello. Kat, hello. Hello, everyone. Kimberly, hello. Happy hump day. Exactly. Oh my gosh. So I figured, Stacy, hello. I figured I would go live on this channel. I haven't been live on this channel in a couple of months, which is not the best. Not the best. Oh, Silvana, hello. Robin, hello. How is everyone doing? I hope you're all doing fantastic. Oh my gosh, sorry. We got more music. We're just like a jam out all live. I've got a little bit of a mess going on in the background. I have been meaning to like take care of my office. Do not look at it. Got like amiibo cards there. I got a gardening mess here. And I've got a little very tired dog to my left who is sleeping. But we have tea. But we're talking about organizing or anything else you want to talk about today instead of a pre-recorded video, because I have been busy pre-recording for January for Get Organized month, and I have fallen behind on some of the filming. Suli, yes, my definition of mess is quite different from some, but you know, I mean, hey, We all have different tolerances, right? Absolutely. Gonna take a sip of tea. Clover update. I mean, okay, the Clover update is that his veterinarian, I spoke with her on Monday, and he's doing his blood tests. Everything looks fine. I think the blood test was mainly to determine whether or not he was going in the other direction, the Addison's crisis direction, I guess, when there's not enough cortisol at all. And everything looks fine. And just to keep him on the same medication dose, and hopefully the symptoms will lessen and work themselves out. He has been peeing a little less. He still is kind of thirsty, but not like as thirsty as before. So he's on like the very smallest dose of trilostane that he could be on, and he is tolerating it just fine. He takes it inside the most broken up small piece of pill pocket, and they're disgusting. I bought those peanut butter pill pockets, and they're like kind of gross. If you've ever had to administer a pill to a cat or a dog, and have ever dealt with a pill pocket, you know how disgusting they are. Like, they're kind of greasy and like Play-Doh, but Clover loves them. And I can get 3 caplets in one pill pocket. So I break it up and I wrap 3 caplets because they're kind of tiny. So I get a lot of bang for my buck with the pill pockets, but they're disgusting. I hate handling them, but Clover loves to eat them. Samantha says they smell gross. They do absolutely smell disgusting. And that's my story, and I'm sticking to. They smell disgusting. They are greasy, but they work great. Does Clover have anxiety during thunderstorms? You know what? I expected him to have some anxiety to do with some kind of thing, and he doesn't. He doesn't have anxiety during thunderstorms, or he doesn't really care about the fireworks anymore either. But when he was younger, he was very concerned about the fireworks. But now he is kind of unmoved by much of anything, which I think is quite odd. He's kind of a very chill dog. That's what I do with pill buddies too. Yeah, you got to get a lot of bang for your buck out of the little pill containers, because they're quite expensive, I found. And I was like, I'm not going to buy 2 packages of these every month, you know? So, and the other thing that I found kind of baffling is that the drug that he's on is the same price, if not a little bit cheaper at the vet than it is at Chewy or any of those other places. So I don't want to keep picking it up from the vet, but like, that's the cheapest version of the drug I can find for now. But I thought that was kind of interesting. Hello, Brandon. Welcome in, welcome in. So if anyone has any organizing questions, or if you just want to chat, we can just do that. I will set them up here. Oh my God, Stacy, oh my gosh. Thank you so much for this super chat. Thank you so much for the super chat. I don't think that I'm very good at balancing the 2 YouTube channels, but thank you very much for this super chat. I really appreciate it, and I hope that you're feeling okay and feeling better. Who are those little angels in your profile picture? They're so precious. Did you get any of those fancy organizing products from the couple of videos? I did not. The $1,000 wastebasket. The $1,000 wastebasket. I could not. Oh, there's the alert. There's the alert. Streamlabs is really taking its time today on giving me alerts, but thank you again for the super chat. No, I didn't get any of those products. I am tempted to get the spice organizer, but like, honestly, it's not even enough for my personal like spice usage, because like, it only comes with 18. I have a lot more than that in my regular rotation, so I don't think that I'm gonna I don't think I'm going to switch over, but it is very sexy. And I do think the price is not as like insane as some of the other ones, but I do think it's like a lot. Those are your nieces. They're so cute. They're so cute. So cute. So cute. For my cats, we put them in yogurt. Oh, the cat yogurt. Oh, beef yogurt. Hannah, there's a beef yogurt exists? Ew. It's like, but that sounds like something that Clover would absolutely die for because he is the yogurt fiend. Anytime the plain yogurt comes out, he is there. He's like, "Oh, I smelled the yogurt from like 5 houses down. Can I have some plain yogurt?" He's obsessed. I'm sure if I like dipped the pill in yogurt, it would go right down, but I feel like just the extra security of it being inside the pill pocket makes me feel better. Any tips for organizing bags and purses? Finding it hard to keep. What happened there? There we go. Finding it hard time finding an efficient method other than piling them in a box together. So Kimberly, I do have tips on organizing purses. My main tip is to containerize everything that's in your purse. So that way, if you need to change purses, and I know that anyone who carries a purse is doing this on a regular basis. I try not to change purses too often, but every now and again you need either a slightly larger bag or a slightly smaller bag if you don't want to carry a lot of stuff. And I have everything inside like containerized by category. So I have one for masks and one for toiletries that I carry, like if I need to carry extra powder or stuff like that, and then my wallet and things that belong with the wallet. And then, extra power for my phone. I tend to not carry a lot of different categories of items. And then like if I have, if it's period time, then an extra little pocket goes in there. But if I containerize everything, it makes it easier to switch purses because then you take out all your little packets and you put them in the other packet. Another one is I do love those little purse organizer. There's like a little separate thing you can buy where you take the whole thing out and put it in your next bag. That is a really great solution. Right now, I am not carrying a bag that it fits in. So right now it's just kind of chilling because pandemic kind of changed a lot of my going out habits. And I'm carrying different stuff than I used to. And wow, the world has changed. The world has changed. Oh, Brandon, you're moving in a couple of days. Congratulations. Congratulations. I hope that it goes well. You're welcome for all the tips. Oh, the mushroom basket was cute. The mushroom basket was very cute. I don't know where I'd use the mushroom basket, but like I kind of wanted it. You know what I mean? Oh my gosh. I just got like a whole stinky fart situation from Clover right there. He's like, wow, that is very stinky. Clover, how dare. Oh, he heard me talking about him and woke up. I'm so sorry, Clover. But oh my gosh. Wow, dude. A question about multi-use rooms. In my case, an office, gym, craft room. Any tips? How do you keep the stuff in bins just pull out depending on the activity, or have stations all around the room? Stations all around the room I find to be the most helpful. Or if you want to pretend like it's a guest room or an office primarily, and then store things away and then take them out depending on when you want to use them, that's always a good option as well. If you can't, if you're the kind of person who gets kind of upset by the whole station situation, because sometimes, it might not be dog fart. It might be Brussels sprouts being cooked in the other room, because that was also happening before. So Clover, I apologize. That might not be you. There he goes. There he goes. But I feel like if you use a room primarily for one thing and then have storage hidden for the other activities, that's also a way to go. Okay, you guys can see him, right? I think I have to let him out. Give me one moment. Uno momento. You can say hi to the people and then you can leave. Okay, here he is. Here's Clover James. Here he is. You look very tired. Okay, you gotta go. You can go out. You can go. Oh. It is Brussels sprouts. It's Brussels sprouts. It's very stinky. It's awfully stinky. It's stinky. It's stinky. Chloe, how are you today? How are you? Welcome in, welcome in. How do you declutter when you have sentimental things you're not using? How can I think about it and feel good about the decision to discard them? Well, just remember, thank you for the question. Remember that it's really hard to remember that items are not people. And also, items are not experiences. They're just mementos of experiences. And the only thing I recommend for sentimental items is you want to have as many as you can manage, right? Because everyone has them and it's perfectly human to have sentimental items. What I want you to do is I want you to buy a really lovely box or a chest, depending on how much space you have. If you have quite a large space and you feel yourself very sentimental, you can go ahead and buy like a really nice chest, nice big size. If you are, if you have less storage space, just buy a really nice box. I have a really nice box that's about this big, and it was a box I paid a lot of money for, maybe $60 maybe. And I filled that full of sentimental items. And if it does not fit in that box, then I cannot keep it. And every now and again, I go through the box and I reevaluate whether or not these things have the same special sentimental value to me than they did in the past. Sometimes your relationships with things change. You're like, oh, I really remembered this, concert program from a few years ago. It felt really special to me then, but I've had much more special experiences. He's back. I've had much more special experiences since, and I just don't feel as sentimental towards this anymore. I can let this go. So but when you have the box or the chest, you can limit yourself just to that amount of things. And only the things that are really special for you, you can hold on to. And don't feel bad about discarding items that you do have sentimental attachments to, because they're not experiences. They're not people. They're triggers for memories, which is really beautiful. But if they would be better off in the hands of someone else, and if they're causing you distress, like if you don't have room for them and things like that, then they probably should leave your life, or, just pare them down to as many as you can manage. Chloe, I'm doing good. How are you today? How are you today? What room do you keep the litter boxes in? I can never find the right spot. When I had a cat, I no longer have a cat. When I had cats, I had the litter box right in the living room, which was highly distressing. But I had it in the living room. A lot of people put it in the bathroom, which I think is a better place for it, but I just didn't have room. But I had made one of those IKEA cabinets, but only put on half the back. So Kitty went inside the cabinet. It was very large. It was like super big. It was not a covered litter box, but it was inside a cabinet. Some people say the cats don't really appreciate that. It is what it is. But it made it easy to clean. I just opened the front and scooped it. But that's like the one thing I don't miss about having a cat is dealing with a litter box. I hate litter boxes and I hate cleaning the litter box. Should I focus more advertising my organizing business on social media or building a website? Ooh, so focus more on social media or website. I would do the best you can at both. I would have a good website made and do some really nice before and after shots on social media, do some TikToks, do some YouTube shorts or whatever. YouTube videos are a great way to market if you get a following, or they're a great way to show your clients what you are capable of. But I would do a lot of focus on both. I would make sure your website looks really nice. There are a bunch of great resources in which you can make websites for not a lot of money, just a more effort from you, like Wix and Squarespace and stuff like that, if you don't have the money to pay somebody to make a website for you, because I know that can be a little bit more expensive. I know that I have been meaning to make another website, and the quotes I was getting for website designers was quite a lot, and I don't know how much I feel ready to make that financial investment there instead of in other places. So I think I'm just going to use Wix again, but I think do both. Do both. You don't have to do both. You don't have to be PewDiePie. but I do think that you should focus on social media as well. Okay. Question about hiring a professional organizer. I used the website you suggested, NAPO, and the only person close to me is 30 minutes, and she refused to come to my house. She, why did she refuse to come to your house? Well, I'm sorry that happened to you. So you must live in an area where there's a gap in service. So if you live in that area and you want to be a professional organizer, it sounds like the place to open your business. My next probably step for you is to find somebody virtually, or to widen your search to a website like Facebook. Facebook has a lot of great word of mouth options. Like there's if you have like a neighborhood group, they might know somebody who doesn't advertise, or who might be good at organizing and will do it for a very low cost or no cost at all. I would try somebody virtually if you really can't find somebody locally. It's not as it's a little harder to have a virtual organizer because a lot of the work is on you, but it's better than nobody. It's better than nobody. Can I fly you to the UK? I wish you could. I wish you could. Oh my gosh, Stacey, I hope you get better soon. That is like, oh my gosh, I can't imagine. I can't imagine being broken at this time of the year. It is so cold and like just not a good place to be injured. So if you're injured right now, I am sending you super huge hugs. The Brussels sprouts smell very stinky right now. Oh my gosh. Right now I get clients from word of mouth. I have a portfolio on my iPad. Yeah, I would just make a really nice Instagram page and go to town on it. Like just make it look really good. Make it look really good. Let's see. Oh, now we're talking about the dog farts. Yeah, no, I think it's the Brussels sprouts. Brussels sprouts. So stinky. I always forget that Brussels sprouts smell kind of farty. And sometimes, like if you just cook Brussels sprouts, it just smells like farts. You know, it just smells like it doesn't smell like food. But Brussels sprouts are delicious. They're delicious. Oh, you're welcome, Flamingo. Oh, she said it was outside her range. Oh, her range of travel to you. Well, dang it. Yeah, you're gonna have to find somebody closer. I hope that you find someone closer. Definitely reach out via Facebook has all kinds of weird stuff going on. So a lot of people know a lot of secrets on Facebook. Facebook is like the toxic but most helpful website sometimes. Do you do Christmas trees? I only do fake Christmas trees, Hannah. I only have a fake Christmas tree. I can't handle a real Christmas tree. It's too much maintenance for me. But they smell so good. A real Christmas tree smells so beautiful. But I just can't do it. So we have a fake tree. We have a fakie. But we love our fakie. We love our fakie. Do you have any advice for organizing a home for a disabled body or ADHD brain? I have a real problem with object permanence. Also, issue of reaching high shelves. Yes. So if you are... My advice to you, if you have limited mobility and if you have ADHD brain, is to definitely work with a professional organizer or somebody who's really good at paring down for you. I find that the fewer decisions you're going to have to make as an ADHD person, the easier your life is going to be. And remember that clutter is just a bunch of unmade decisions, right? Things that are like, oh, should I get rid of it? Am I using it? I don't know. And it's all over the place. So I feel like the main beneficial thing for ADHD people, I find, especially if they are not the people that are hyper focusing, but the people who are having trouble focusing, is to make it easy to put stuff away. If it's not easy, if the system is too convoluted, then you're not going to be able to follow through. and you're going to lose focus while doing it. Like, let's say you have to go through 5 steps to put something away. You're going to get to like step 2 and be like, oh, well, I also would meant to call the vet. So I'm just going to stop that and call the vet real quick, and I'll get back to it. And you never get back to it. So make it one step to put something away, and it'll be so much easier. There's going to be a bunch of like clutter in movement around your house that may have a place. Just accept that might be a state for you. And again, as I say in every video, to be kind to yourself. But I find that having the fewer items helps everybody, but especially people who don't have the capacity to always, have the organizing and cleaning ability to do that for a long period of time, or have things up high or things like that. So that is my advice for you. Hello from Oregon. Hello, Lynn. Hello. Where are you on Insta? At the Organized Soprano on Insta. I'm just like, I'm there. I'm there, and then I'm gone, and then I'm there, and then I'm gone. And then I'm there, and then I'm gone. You do pretty good organizing. Your kitchen has 30 cabinets. Wow. 30 that's a lot of cabinets. Girl. Yeah. I think you're going to, good luck with that. That is quite that. But you know what? If you have 30 cabinets, that is such a lot of space. I'm very jealous. Favorite organizer gets to get stuff off the floor, weighing alpha shelves. I mean, it depends on what the stuff is. If it's closet, then I highly recommend Alpha. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, and I can see that I would like to put some more color on my face. Don't judge. I'm looking at myself, and I'm like, she looks a little dry. But if it's shoes, again, if it's shoes outside the closet, then definitely a shoe rack. You can use the floor, I think, for some large things, but definitely not for small things. I think small things do not belong on the floor. I say with some watering cans on the floor there. But I mean, I can't put the watering cans, I feel like, on the shelves. I just feel like it's a wrong thing. But I feel like when smaller things are on the floor, it's a recipe for disaster. So anything you can, I mean, you know what? Putting stuff in a bin, always a good alternative to the floor. Anything is better than the floor. Anything. Like, the floor is where things go to get stepped on, sucked up by the vacuum cleaner, or lost underneath a piece of furniture, and it's not a good time. So I say any kind of bin, any kind of box, any kind of shelf is to get things off the floor. Or a hook. A hook is a great way to get things off the floor. Olivia, hello. Questions about a child's room overwhelm. 2 years old, has lots of toys. I feel bad getting rid of items people have given him. You know what? That's really common, is that people have all of these gift toys, right? Because people love people, and it happens to everyone. People love to give toys to little kids. They love it so much. But I assure you, don't feel bad about getting rid of some of them or culling some of them down, because then children also have the decision fatigue, in which they have all of these toys and they don't know which one they want to play with. They're like, I have this one over here, and this one over here, this one by that one, and this one in the middle, and this one back behind, and this one in my pocket, and also this one over. So it's a lot of choices. And when I work with children, when I see children, they usually kind of limit themselves to their like 4 or 5 favorite toys, and then everything else every now and again, but maybe not so much. So I say definitely don't feel bad about getting rid of things that he's not playing with or they're not using anymore. Another child will definitely benefit from a toy that is not being loved as much as it can be loved. So whether or not it was a gift or is kind of irrelevant, but I know that we feel guilty for regifting gifts, because it's like someone, gave this to us, and it's hard to let it go, and you feel really bad about it. But I assure you that it would be better in the hands of some child who really wanted it than in the closet of a child who didn't really love it as much as they love their others. It deserves a real home. It deserves a real home. Oh my gosh. Sorry, friends. Give me 1 second. I'm going to go to my studio here because I feel like there is there's a thing I can do. There's a thing I can do, and I've never done it before. Let me see. Oh, why am I also on Top Chat? That's a huge issue. Okay. We're doing good. I'm a professional streamer. No, I'm not going to insert an ad now. Now is not the time. Let's go to live chat. And we can also choose start a Q&A. I'm just going to, okay, ask something. I've never done that before. I just want to try it just to see what happens. You can ask anything you want in that box. But I just wanted to try it. I just wanted to try it. Okay. We're opening move out of the state. Oh my gosh. You're moving out of the state in 2-3 months. Think about all the pieces to make it happen. It's overwhelmed. Any tips on oh my gosh. Well, I have a video on organizing your move because Lord knows I have moved enough times in 5 years and it has been so chaotic. But my main advice to you is to use movers. If you can, if it's within your means to have someone move the boxes from your old place to your new place for you. But my main piece of advice to you is to pack up the stuff you're not using first, of course, like anything decorations, any of that stuff, but to keep the stuff that you are using on a regular basis for right before you move. And definitely, I'm telling you, I've been in the closet crying on so many of these moves that it gets overwhelming. It's a good time to declutter before you move, but you might also do it after you move and don't feel bad about it. Because when you get to the new place, you might find out that the thing that you had in your last space doesn't fit or doesn't work, and you'll have to replace it or get rid of it altogether. I suggest give yourself enough grace because moving sucks. Moving sucks all the time. And I don't know. Buy more boxes than you need. That's another one. Buy more moving supplies than you think you need because you will need it. And if you don't need it, you can most likely return it to the place you purchased it from. Don't buy boxes and think I need exactly 50. And then you need 53 and you have only 50. So always buy more than you need. More tape, more boxes, more wrapping paper, more bubble wrap, everything more than you need. Can I ask my own question? I can't ask it. Can I ask something? I can't ask anything. Oh, there are questions. Oh man. Let's see. Oh my gosh, Alejandra, hello. Good to see you in here. Having a hard time with chargers and plugs. Any suggestions? Everything is needed to be charged. Oh, chargers and plugs. Are you having trouble storing them when they're not in use? Or are you having trouble with cord control? Because there are two different situations. Because I have a lot of chargers and plugs. Okay, let's be honest. We all have a lot of chargers and plugs in 2022. It is the time. Because every time we buy a new electronic device, it comes with a USB cable charger. And you're like, okay, here's another one. Here's another one. And okay, I'll just say, last month, I had the great pleasure of working with Intel and Dell on my other channel, launching their e-cycling program. And this is not, they're not paying me to say this on this channel, but it's a great idea to pare down the amount of USB chargers you actually keep in your home. You can e-cycle the rest at a local Goodwill who is participating. They will recycle them for free via Dell and Intel. Because how many of the same USB charger do you really need? 2, 3 at the most, right? So I try to keep them down to a reasonable number. I mean, if you've had like a number of Apple products, you probably have a bunch of those lightning cables. And it's fine to have maybe as many as you have devices, right? But I mean, if over the years have you've gotten new iPhone after new iPhone after new iPhone, I just e-cycle the old cords and some of the old power bricks, just to keep that under control, because eventually everything gets out of control. It gets crazy. So e-cycle it. And I did I did this super cute. I was very proud of this. I did this super cute Instagram reel where I was dancing with my Animal Crossing character outside of Goodwill. It is adorable, I have to say. Patting myself on the back. Hello, Jess. Hello. Your side table's a hot mess right now? Oh, girl, you gotta get that under control. You gotta get that under control. The side table is also where things go to die, though. Oh, you need to label them. You know what the best labeling for cords is? I think I have some in my closet. Hold on one sec. I don't like to go like messing around with recommending products, but these are like these cable wrap thingamajiggers. I don't know what they're called. I can find out the name, but they wrap around the cable and they have a little place. Okay. They have a little place where you can write the name of whatever is hooked up to it. And these are great for the television or your computer. Because I know that I have like 10 devices plugged into my computer via USB hub and, plugged in directly into my computer, because I have I have two monitors, I have a camera, I have headphones, which are plugged into there. So I guess that's not really counting, but I have the hub, I have a capture card, I have a USB lightning, USB, like this SD card reader. What else do I have? I have external hard drives. I have all kinds of things. What are these called? I'm gonna grab the product link for you because they're so helpful. Let me see. I know they sold them at Container Store, but I just want the name of the product so you can buy them anywhere you would like. Because I know that you can buy them on Amazon too. They're so good. Come on. The Container Store website I find is kind of slow. I think it's because they have so many SKUs. But I know that their website is loading very slow. Oh my gosh. Am I going into like page 2 here? Say it ain't so. Say it ain't so. Oh, I don't think I. Did they not sell them anymore? Say it ain't so. Okay, well, I'm not going to waste time during the live looking for them, but they're really amazing. And I promise I will put them in the description after I'm done the live. But they're really good. I highly recommend them. They're lifesaver when I was doing my TV organization. Cause I was like, what is that? What's that plugged into? What's that thing? And then when I labeled it, I was like, oh, that's the Apple TV plug. Because if all your stuff is plugged into a power strip and you want to unplug one thing, but you don't know which cord belongs to what, these have been a lifesaver. Let me get back to the chat. Okay. Oh, we have questions. Michelle, I feel like they're there for some reason, but I'm not sure. Okay. Ooh, this works well, but it's okay. Okay, we did the chargers. Thank you for testing. Thank you so much. What happens if I press select question? Oh, it puts it in the pin chat. That is fun. That's a new feature that YouTube has been rolling out very slowly. So I like that. Okay, next question. Okay, I live near you. Hello, neighbor. Where's your favorite plant store? My favorite plant store. What is my favorite plant store, though? See, I visit a lot of those plant stores. Okay. It depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking for like a good deal, go to Ricky's in Union Square. If you're looking for like exotic beauties, rare exotic beauties, you have to go to Growing Season. It's in Brookline. It's fantastic. If you're looking if you just want to find everything, you should go to Mahoney's. Where is the Mahoney's? I don't know, go to any Mahoney's. I feel like there's a few of them. Go to Mahoney's. They have everything. And if you just want like a cute plant store experience, go to Niche. There's 2 niches. There's one niche in the South End. There's one niche in Davis Square in Somerville. The Davis Square one is really small. The South End one is a little bigger, but it's still really cute. It's just like a cute store. They're kind of expensive though, gonna be honest. Like some of the stuff I would like, but you know what? Plant prices have changed significantly over the last year. And like a small version of, Cebu Blue pothos is now like $5 when it was $35 before. So do with that information what you will. I'm a collector. What would you recommend for someone decluttering, organizing things I like to collect? A collector. It depends on what, are you collecting for, like you have a collection, like I have a collection of Nintendo portable consoles. Are you collecting them because you're using them or are you displaying them? If you're displaying them, then I would focus on the method of display. If you're collecting them then because you're using them, then I would focus on the method of storage. Because there are two kinds of collectors, right? Those who are like really proud of them and have a display, and those who are collecting them because they're using them. Like they have different kinds of like people. I know people who collect pens, right? But you really should focus. But they're not just displaying these kinds of Sharpie pens. They might be using them because they like to write in journals, and they like different colors and stuff. So that way, I would focus more on the storage. And I would focus on the shape of the item, depending on, what shape of it. Again, small items, small container. Large items, shelf or large containers. Oh, Laura, you weren't going to watch from the beginning. We'll see you when you get to the end. I'm just going to jump really quick. Plant question, trying to get rid of the small flying gnats. The fungus gnats. You can get rid of fungus gnats by using something called mosquito bits. And I could grab it. I have some mosquito bits right there. But it's I believe it's some bacteria or some kind of fungus, I don't know. Anyway, it's a thing where you make a tea with it and you water your plants with it and it kills the fungus gnats. It's kind of a miracle. I don't know how it works. It does, but it works really well. Mosquito bits. Mosquito bits. You can buy it on like Amazon or like from like Home Depot or whatever. You can buy it anywhere. Select question. What would you tell 20-year-old Kay about stuff? Oh, that's a good question. 20-year-old Kay. What was I doing at 20 years old? I was in college, man. I would tell 20-year-old Kay to probably work on the imposter syndrome. I would tell her exactly what it is and that she deserves stuff as much as everyone else. That's what I would tell 20-year-old Kay. Because 30-year-old Kay and 40-year-old Kay is still getting past that stuff. So it is rough. But yeah, that's what I would tell her. I'm a knitter. I'm worried about keeping my wool garments safe from moths. Do you have any suggestions for airtight bug-safe containers? You know what, Kate? That is a good question. I'll have to get back to you. Because are you not supposed to keep yarn and stuff in a plastic container? Gnats can't handle the tea. Jess, I'm dying. But can't you, if anyone knows, let me know. Because I know I'm not a knitter and don't know. But I remember hearing that it's like natural materials you should not store in plastic. I would focus more on the repelling of the bugs. So I hear if you're into natural, more natural, I hear that mint is a really good repellent. And there are some like moth away things that you can buy. If you're into the chemicals, you could do that too. But naphthalene and things like that can be kind of stinky. But yeah, cedar blocks as well. I would focus more on the prevention than the protection, because I feel like the natural fabrics like that, I feel like you're not supposed to put in plastic. I don't know if we're gonna get to all the questions, guys. I'm interested in using the Container Store Alpha Service design. Do you know what demo the installation services provide? My rods are installed on 2x4s. So Laura, I don't, okay, for disclaimer, I don't work for Container Store anymore, and I don't represent them in any way. When I was still an employee there, the policy was, and I still believe this is the case, but call them to confirm. But I do believe that they would remove a shelf and a rod as part of the service of your install. If there was like any more going on, they'd want to know and they'll like charge you for it. But I do believe they will get rid of a shelf and a rod as part of the install service. And like, but just to like make sure they like want a picture of it, because it could be a shelf and rod, but it could be like the most complicated shelf and rod in the world, and that might take a little bit more time and effort. So they want to know just so they can keep up on their schedule, and they can schedule enough time for you so that you are not disappointed if it takes longer, and that the next client is not disappointed that they're late for taking longer. So that was what I remember from before. So, but I mean, again, call to confirm. They're really good. I'm having trouble keeping my surfaces clutter free. How to keep surfaces free of clutter, not clean of clutter. Surfaces always tend to accumulate items, and I encourage you to find places in your home that are not surfaces for things that are on surfaces. And that sounds so dumb, but it is really the key to keeping the surfaces clutter free. It is a human tendency to fill empty spaces, I feel like. Like if you see like something, you're like, well, there's nothing on that table. I'm going to put this, and this, and this, and this. And you're like, oh, yay. I filled the table. I would definitely focus on finding homes for the things that were out on surfaces. And the things on surfaces most of the time that we're using aren't clutter. They just don't have homes. So make sure everything has a home. Can you guys hear that plane? I've been hearing a lot of planes go over my house all day. I must live near that like Logan Airport path, but I've just been noticing them a lot more today than before. I don't know what it is. I use bread clips to organize your cords. It's not pretty, but it works. You know what? Whatever works. And yes, I can add the cord labelers to the Amazon store. Oh, wait. Lethea, did I get your question? Did I get it? Let's see. Did I get it? I don't know if I got your question. I don't know. It says at 26 minutes. I hear that neem oil is supposed to be good at getting rid of plant flies. Well, neem oil is good at getting rid of or interfering with a lot of insect life, but it takes time to work. It takes time to work. It is something that gets into the nervous system of insects, but the plant has to absorb the neem oil, and then the insects have to eat the plant that has the neem oil in its system. So it takes time to work, and then it only really kills the adults. So it's kind of a long process, but neem oil does work to control insects. But for gnats, I would just use mosquito bits. It works much quicker than neem oil. How do I get my orchids to bloom again after the first round? You know what? I am not the orchid girl, Coco, but I hear the word on the street is that if you put them in a dark place, they go into some dormancy, and then when you take them out, they bloom again. I think it's like 6 months or something, 4 months, but I don't know because I'm not an orchid girl. I'm not. I am not. I know. I feel like there's like two kinds of plant people. There's like people that love foliage and only have foliage, and people who love flowering plants. And I have one Thanksgiving cactus, which I am so happy when it blooms. And that's it. Desi, hello. Desi's here to cause chaos. Hello. Some of my mods from KDZ are here. I'm always happy to see them here. So fun. So fun. How can I find an organizer in my area? I am struggling. Okay. You can either go to napo.net. I feel like they changed the URL. I think it's napo.net to find a professional in your area. Or Facebook is great for word of mouth. Word of mouth is a great way to find a professional organizer, because if someone has worked with someone and they're compassionate, they're not going to overcharge them or not get the work done. And I feel like another good place to find people is not Reddit, but like those like buy nothing groups, that where people are trying to give away stuff. They often know somebody who is a professional organizer. Your orchids thrive on abuse. You just ignore them. You just put them in the window and they're like, fine. And like, okay, goodbye. Here we go. Trouble with Lethea. We gotcha. If you have trouble with an organizing system, how long do you try to make it work? Oh, and how do you know if the system is wrong for you? If you do need to work on a bad habit? Okay, so multi-pronged question. So how long do I give a system to work? I usually give it it depends on what the system is for, but usually a couple of weeks. If let's say I installed something new in my closet and I'm like, or like a shoe solution. If after a couple of weeks I can't maintain it, then I'm like, this is not working. I'm going to try something new. If the system is wrong, if it's either like too hard for you to maintain, right? Or if you really try, you just don't want to do it. Then because bad habits are a thing, but if the system is too hard for you to maintain, like if you really can't manage it, then you need to do something even easier for you to do. And I know that sometimes that can be a kind of hard thing for yourself to admit, because I was like, I have a thing with my hoodies. I'm going to be honest. My hoodies I love hoodies. Love them. And I've got all kinds of different ones. I think I've got 8 of them. And I just can't hang them up, I can't hang them up on a hanger. It's just too much of a commitment for me because I grab them all the time. I'm like, I gotta grab a hoodie. I gotta grab this one because I have a really warm one for when it's super cold in here, because sometimes it gets really cold in here. Then I have a really cool one. So I have just hooks around the house. I can boop. That's the best I can do. Sometimes they do end up on a chair. But the best thing I can do is go like that, boom, and that's it. So just be honest with yourself. Have a come to whatever God you worship moment about yourself. And then try to make it as easy as you can. I have trouble finding homes for things and trying new places. Despite my efforts, I can't find. Yeah. So I feel like that's when it's time to to call in a second pair of eyes to help you and to help you solve one habit at a time, either a professional organizer or a friend who's really good at it. Because doing one habit at a time, like one thing at a time, is going to be, I feel like, the best bet for everyone. It's the only thing I can handle personally. Like if I have I'm like, okay, I really need to find a home for this one thing or this one thing I'm doing that's driving myself crazy. I need to correct it and focus on it for a couple weeks. And then give yourself a couple weeks to sort of get into the good habit and then move on to the next one. Oh my gosh, y'all are coming out. Y'all are coming out. I appreciate this. I can, we're going to be live for like 5 more minutes and then we got to go. How do I organize spices and seasonings? Desi, it depends on how much, do you have drawer space? If you have drawer space, a spice drawer is my favorite. Otherwise, a really fun thing to do if you have like time to do a project is you can use any kind of vertical surface, a wall, a cabinet door, the refrigerator, and they make these little magnetic containers that you can put the spices into. Boop, 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 boop. That way they don't take up any shelf space. They don't take up any cabinet space, really. And they're just easy to grab, and you can label the front. You can buy like the magnetic the magnetic backing, and you can, command hook it to the wall, or you can stick it if you just want to like actually stick it or install it with hardware or whatever, and the little magnetic containers, and do that. That is what I find if you have like no space at all, that is the best solution. And plus it's very cute. It's always really cute. This sounds like a good hyperfixation task. You got this. I think, and you can make like the super cute labels. Super cute labels. Bella, hello, how are you? Oh my God. Is that your baby in your profile picture? Look at how adorable is that. Y'all, nothing is cuter than like a really cute doggo. Nothing's cuter. I'm struggling with determining how much clothing I need. I work from home now. Oh, you know what? That is the whole thing that like pandemic has done to me. Like, what do you need now? Like, what do you even need? And my advice to you is to like reevaluate what you're actually wearing throughout the week. And I don't know, a lot of us are starting to go out a little bit more than we used to. I have concerts now, which I hadn't for 2 years. And I have all this concert wear, which I'm like, okay, I need that. But I may not need some of the other stuff I used to wear to work when I had when I was not working at home. So I would go ahead and not be afraid to purge some of the stuff, like some of the fancier stuff that you might not need for work anymore, or at least give it the halfway treatment, right? Like pack it away. See if you miss it at any time. Give yourself like 2 months, 3 months. And if you don't, it can go. Because we all have new lives now. It's terrible. It's a different world. It's a brave new world, isn't it? Like, the pandemic has changed so much of our lives. And it's incredible how much has changed. Like, my husband works from home permanently now. He will never return to the office. Well, I mean, at least for the foreseeable future. So our life is completely different. We used to never see each other during the day. And now we see each other all day. So our lives are much different, and our needs are a lot different. Like, he got rid of all of his like nice work clothes and now just has jeans, sweats, t-shirts. That's it. And it's kind of a weird adjustment. It's a strange adjustment. And it's a brave new world. But we'll get back to whatever our new normal is, We'll not get back to it, but we'll all adjust. Because it's been a weird 3 years. It really has. And I don't know, over the past few weeks and months, and I was just talking about this with a friend yesterday who I went to go help organize her entryway, video coming in January, by the way. and she's a violinist. And I've seen her around. We've worked together a few times, various gigs. And we were talking about how, like, for 2 years, everything just, like, dried up. And then when it started up again, we were so surprised that it was back fully. But then the obsession about, like, getting sick at a bad time started to creep in, you know? We're like, oh, this would be a bad time to get sick. This would be a bad time. It'd be like, oh, this week would be horrible. But it was like every week if you're working. So it is. I love that everything's back, but it's been a really tough adjustment. You know? Really tough adjustment. Dyspraxia. I don't know what that is, Jess. I don't know what that is. Wait, let me look that up. I don't know what that is. I've never heard of that. But I will get back to you. I promise. Let's see. Oh. Wait a minute. That did not take me to where I thought it was going to take me. Okay. Oh, it's a coordination disorder. Huh. I haven't had any clients who have had this, but that is a good question. That is a really good question. I'll have to get back to you. Yeah, the panini has been a whole mess. What's for dinner tonight? You know what, Z-Bush? I don't know. We have no plans. I made all the home chef meals. And I got nothing left. I have a butternut squash. I have eggs. I have frozen fish. I have shrimp. I have things I could make. I'll have to get creative. Because, like, as of right now, I don't know. I could do black bean soup. But I got to think of the husbando. The husbando is very picky. And he's like, oh, you're making black bean soup? I don't know. It's like super picky. All right, friends. I've got to go. Oh, butternut squash with barley and chickpea. That sounds really good. See. That sounds really good. We do have like some greens left. We have some spinach left and arugula. I could have a nice salad with some pear in it, walnuts. We got food. Like, because Pat is streaming? That is so funny. That is hilarious. Well, if you don't know, I know that like not all of you are subscribed to my other channel. But on the other channel, there is it's a gaming channel. And there's another channel that is a friend of our channel who always seems to stream at the same time that K-Daisy does. But who's very fabulous. So if you're interested in Animal Crossing, let's all go over and hang out at Pat's stream. Oh my gosh. Can you believe it? Let me just make sure that like this doesn't go out onto the live stream. But yeah, we could do a raid after this. Organize Soprano raid. All right. Thanks for the chat. I've enjoyed hanging out with you guys today. I really didn't think I was going to have anything for you today, but we had a little fun. So if y'all want to go check out some Animal Crossing, which I don't know why you would if you're coming from this channel, but it could be fun. We're going to go over to Pat's and do a raid at Nintendo Talk. If I can get it together. Oh, wait, here it is. They make it really hard to do this. But like, yeah. So I will see y'all later. Bye, guys.